Alright, we're going to do a quick video. This is Christopher, as I am joined by Hardcore Christopher.
Hello! I know you can only see my hand, but deal with it.
Yeah, I'm driving, he's in the seatbelt. It's my rules. So, I cannot find this post, but I want to touch on it real quick while we're on the road. I've seen a post on YouTube, but now for some reason it's finished, so I don't know if it was a post done by AEW themselves that was not supposed to be leaked yet, and they've seen it, so they yanked it, or what the deal may be. AEW live streaming.
You mean like what Impact is doing basically right now with Twitch?
Yes, or you could even go as far as the live WWE broadcast shows on the network. So I'm just curious, are they planning on doing a live network type thing? And go ahead.
Okay. I didn't know if you were going to continue or not.
I had some more thoughts on it, but go ahead. Let's see where you.
Well, I was going to say that for a startup company, somewhere down the line, I can definitely see a streaming possibility. But as of right now, no.
What could they put on a lightning that is 24/7 now? They don't have the content yet.
They don't.
I mean, they got All In that they can broadcast. Double or Nothing they could broadcast.
They also have that 0 hour that they could also broadcast.
But that's 3, 6, 7 hours that you probably have another hour on top of that, because more than likely they will have another live hour pre-show, which would give them 8. But I don't think they need a network yet.
I don't either.
Now, if they get a weekly 2-hour broadcast on Total Broadcasting like the rumored, or if they get even with WGN America, I'd say they wait 3 years before they try to do a streaming or get partnerships with other companies.
Well, I honestly think that, and I'm going to go into the network situation a little bit, simply because everything is still up in the air as far as All Elite is concerned.
We don't know. We should have some more information tomorrow night.
We should have some more information. Then again, they may not give us any information. It may just be vague.
They're gonna drop something tomorrow.
But
if nothing else, they may drop the location and the date of Double or Nothing.
But if I was Cody and the Young Bucks,
before you fit, Mom, just in case you're watching, since I know you probably are, Hogan will be on Raw tonight. I know you are a Hogan fanatic, so there's your Hogan announcement. Okay, keep going.
Do you really have to plug that?
No, the only reason I'm plugging it is because my mom's a Hogan fan, so I had to let her know that he was going to be on. Otherwise, she wouldn't know. That's the only time she watches.
Well, you've told me that. But, if I was Cody and the Young Bucks, I think I would go with WGN America just because of the pre-show. It did air on WGN. But
do they go with what they know, or do they go with what have worked in the past?
Well, here's the thing. If they go with what's already been done in the past, I don't think anyone would want to watch it, because it's already been done.
I disagree. I'm just talking network-wise.
Network-wise?
Out of the 2 networks, which one had the best product? TNT. Out of the 2 networks, which one lasted the longest? TNT. Yes, it could be.
What networks are we comparing?
WGN and TNT right now.
Okay.
Yes, we could argue that TNT was the owner of WCW, blah 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 blah. But what you don't realize is, since he owns both networks, TBS also held WWF program,
Yes.
and they had 30 years of experience producing wrestling shows.
Yes.
So, this is the question: do they go with what have worked, or do they go with something that fame came by?
I honestly think Cody's looking to go big
Or go home?
or go home.
TNT.
I would go with TNT just because it's a bigger network.
19 million US people watches it on any given moment.
And TNT does have more experience in producing, and it's just an all-around better
Okay.
network than WG.
Okay, we're done with the network. We're done with the screaming. Let's move on, since I want to. Well, we got early, so I can always pull over once we get to Carterville. So I'm gonna give you a name.
Okay.
You say in or out. There's the names rumored for AEW. This is mainly going to be an AEW video. So Alvin, if you're watching, that's why we ain't touching on WWE. Right now, I think WWE sucks. So that's beside the point. CM Punk, in or out?
In or out CM Punk? I'm going to say if the money is right, he's in. However, if Cody is not allowing Punk to get the money that Punk thinks he deserves, he's out.
I don't think it's going to be about the money. I think if Cody, or it's not even Cody, it's the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars that have control over that.
Now, who is handling the contracts for?
Cody and his team approaches him, but the final decision would have to be the guy that has the money.
Okay.
It would have to be. Okay. I'm going to agree that he will be in matter of time. Chris Jericho, in or out?
Chris Jericho is a free agent right now, correct?
He is a free agent.
Okay, at Chris's age, I'm gonna say he's in.
I will call her back. So, you said in?
Well, it all depends on, Chris's Fozzy dates, and
What if he can just be
he's
there?
a very busy man.
Well, we don't know what the taping schedule is going to be like. Are they going to pre-record or are they going live? So I'm going to say he's in because they will work with his schedule, even if he has to.
It's your mother. Pick it up. It's mommy on the phone. Pick it up.
Okay, now we was at Jericho. You said in. I agree he would be in because I think AEW, they're going to need some major name to help him at the beginning. And I think they will work with Jericho's schedule. Now I'm going to go for a loop here, and we're going to start off with a major name, rumor.
Goldberg?
Goldberg, is he in or is he out?
Goldberg, it's a toss-up.
Mm-hmm.
We do know that his agent is the
Same agent that AEW is using.
But, and the reason why I say it's a toss-up is that he had a phenomenal run in WWE the second time around. However, Vince had to fork over a ton of money. And it was an investment well spent. However, what amount is the Jaguar owner willing to spend?
I think they need a big name to attract a network. Think about this. Ted Turner and Goldberg. Santana knows what the man's capable of.
Yes.
I'm gonna go out on a limb just because I'm completely biased when it comes to anything Goldberg. He's in, and he doesn't even have to be in long term. 6 months, he comes in for 6 months. He makes a little bit of money. He leaves after 6 months, and they bring him in on special occasion for like a major blockbuster, like a yearly attraction type thing.
Okay.
Now, next on the list.
Well, wait a minute. You didn't let me get my response.
Yeah, I did. No, I didn't. Go ahead. Oops.
Okay.
Oops. I'm trying to jump the gun.
I know you're biased towards anything WCW.
No, I didn't say WCW.
Goldberg.
I said Goldberg. In or out?
It's a tough one because his son may want to see him wrestle
Some more.
some more, but it all depends on how much Goldberg is willing to do.
Here's something we need to think about. His son is now 12.
Yes.
It's been about 2 years. His son was 10 at the time, so he's now 12.
Yes.
In 13, 14, 15, 6 years, he'll be 18. Does his son want to follow daddy footsteps? If so, King Goldberg will make some sort of agreement to stick around to help train his boy, to let his boy become the second generation. I think he's going to be in. But like I said, I'm extremely biased, so I think...
Well, I'm going to have to say he's in maybe for just a one appearance.
I think it's going to be about 6 months.
It also...
They may even let him run the title as the first champion, just to give it to someone credible.
Okay.
Because that's what they may not put it on him, but they may at the same point. They need some credibility to that, and for that to happen, they need someone that has been a world champion in one of the big shows.
Okay.
And that's WWE, WW. Okay, I'm going to throw a name in who is out by everybody.
Good old JR?
No. I'm going to go with Kenny Omega.
Kenny...
In or out with the
I'll let you go first.
I'm saying he's in just because when he was at WWE to begin with, they did nothing with him. He has a lot of...
When was Cody at... not Cody.
I don't know, but I see the picture. It's spot. Former heavyweight champion.
I'm just going to bet. For those of you that think that Kenny will go to WWE, I am sad to say this. I'm a WWE fan through and through.
Amen to that.
But look at what they've done with Gallows and Anderson. Look what they've done with Shinsuke.
Uh-huh.
The only real Japanese talent that they actually have done anything with is Asuka.
And it took them a year after she went to the main roster to get anywhere. So I have to say Kenny would be a fool at this point to go back to WWE.
We are going to have to agree. Kenny would... Kenny's a smart man. He's smart to the business.
Yeah.
It would be stupid
on Kenny's behalf, yes.
On Kenny's behalf if he went to...
Okay.
Because WWE just buries talent.
Yeah. Let's move on. I'm going to go to not so much a competitor at this point, but you mentioned his name a few minutes ago. I think it's current that we need to mention him because his WWE contract expires at the end of March.
Good old
Jim Ross. Is he in or is he out? And if he's in, what position does he get?
Okay, I'm going to have to say this. I think it was really stupid on WWE's part not allowing Jim Ross to complete his New Japan dates.
Oh, he finished his dates.
Oh.
He just wanted to re-sign a new contract.
Well,
WWE
re-sign. And the reason why I say that is because JR is a phenomenal play-by-play man.
Amen.
He's worked for Bill Watts and many others.
He had worked for 3, 4 different companies that I know of, and I know he worked for some other companies before. But let's get back on topic. Is he in?
Um, it honestly depends on that because JR could be in, but yet if New Japan call, calls out to him for another voiceover,
That's not Japan that hired him.
oh that's Access.
It is Access.
If Access calls him up, I bet he'd be willing to sign another contract.
Okay, you touched on something. I'm gonna say in and leave it at that because I think whether or not, and he may not sign an exclusive deal with AEW. He may sign a negotiable deal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as long as he doesn't miss any of the important the shows that's live or important stuff that they can't be edited later to edit in, like a pre-recording, for instance.
Yes.
That he can still do it. They can have him on commentator without having him on camera.
Yes, and I think
so. I'm going to say he's in. I want to touch on this since you did kind of touch on it. The meeting between ROH, New Japan, and AEW did not go as AEW completely wanted it, but it's not a done deal. Because Japan, the following comment, it had been reported on Pro Wrestling Incorporated, so you can check your facts if you want. And the following comment was this: we're going to keep with our ROH deal for now. The for now part is key in this. And the reason it's key is because of one thing. The agreement with ROH expires the day after the Madison Square Garden double show.
So what did All Elite? What did Cody and the Bucks?
They just wanted a partnership.
Just wanted a partnership.
Basically, share talent type thing. And I think the key here is that New Japan said, for now, they want to honor their commitment at Madison Square Garden. But past that, they are not committing to anything. The thing is, with 90% of all people right now that is part of this AEW, where have they all worked at least once for?
ROH.
No, New Japan.
New Japan.
We got Cody, the Bucks, who's all held belts. We got part of Daniel's group, SUV or SoCal Val, or however it's pronounced, that most of them have worked in Japan. I think all but Daniels, and he might have, for all I know. So I'd say they will probably, New Japan, once their contract expires with ROH, they probably put an offer on the table and see which one jumps for it. And it could come down to the point where they ask what ROH will offer and what AEW will offer.
Well,
If AEW has a better TV deal than ROH by that point, it would be the smartest move to go with AEW. So, I'm going to give you a handful of names.
Okay.
These are names that are not rumored or anything. I'm just wanting an honest yes or no. We don't even need to break it down for the reason.
Okay.
Bischoff.
Yes.
Possible. You can't use possible, by the way.
Well, possible then.
Okay, possible. Hulk Hogan.
If Bischoff goes, Hogan will go. So I'm going to go under the category of possible.
Absolutely not. Nash.
No.
No. Hall.
No.
No. I gotta say this name even though I hope to God it doesn't happen. Vince Russo.
Not only no, but hell no.
I was avoiding that word.
I don't care.
We attend church, buddy. For those who, if anyone sees this, he's sorry. Very much so.
I am sorry, but I don't like Vince Russo.
I don't either. That's why I said I don't like him, but I have to be fair to him, okay?
Anything Vince Russo touched,
He killed.
Killed.
Now, this next name I'm going to throw at you is currently under contract,
Okay.
but I think I heard that it was coming up. And you will understand why I'm throwing this name out there in a minute. Dustin Runnels, a.k.a. Goldust. Dustin Rhodes. And there's a big key behind that name. He's the brother
Yes.
of one of the founders of AEW.
I am going to say yes.
Yes, we agree. Scott Steiner. Better yet, let's just say the Steiner brothers, period.
Rick and Scott?
Mm-hmm.
Rick, I would have to say no. And Scott's crazy, so yes.
I'm going to say yes on both because that would give us a legendary tag team. They want to have some legends and rookies. What better way to do it than one of the greatest of all time when it comes to tag team competitive? And they could even put Scott in a single main event role.
And I'm going to have to change my answer from earlier regarding Hulk Hogan. I do agree with you that no.
No, I don't think Cody would be that stupid. I mean, I like Hogan and all, but I honestly think especially in his later years, he kills anything he touches. I mean, I ain't gonna go.
Well, you can say the same thing with Bischoff because all
No.
that was what.
No. He brought WCW to the promised land. Bischoff came in and Bischoff killed it. And Bischoff took back control, and they was back going the right direction when they were sold out.
I'm not going to argue with that. I'm just saying, like, during the TNA stint with Hogan and Bischoff, it was all Hogan and Bischoff.
I think that was more Hogan. Bischoff was only brought in as a talent. Hogan was the one that had control.
Does Bischoff have an ego?
Probably. Who wouldn't?
We know that Hogan definitely. I love you, Hulkster, but you have an ego.
And Mastis is one of that. Bischoff didn't have no creative control whatsoever in TNA. It was all Hogan.
It was all Hogan?
Hogan. Bischoff was just a talent.
Oh,
if you would look at the contract, it was all a superstar type contract.
Okay.
So I will not go as far as say Bischoff killed TNA because even though TNA is technically still around, it was all Hogan.
I'm going to say Russo killed it then.
Yeah, let's give it to him, even though he probably didn't have anything to do with it. Okay, Jim Cornette. In, out, no, yes.
I'm going to say it's a possibility if Jim Cornette can check his ego at the door.
Which he has done in the past, but he also has a massive one. Okay, now we're getting to the fun part. Let's see.
Oh, was this not the fun part?
Paul Heyman. Told you we were getting to the fun part.
Paul E. Dangerously, a.k.a. Paul Heyman.
The mastermind behind ECW.
You also have to go with Todd Gordon on that, though.
No, Todd Gordon wasn't part of
If
Extreme.
it wasn't for Todd Gordon, we wouldn't have Eastern Championship Wrestling.
Well, I would say, I'll give you that, but he wasn't the mastermind behind the hardcore stuff.
Well, I'm not denying that. But without Eastern Championship Wrestling, there would have been no Extreme Championship Wrestling.
I'll give you that.
Paul. I'm honestly gonna have to say no because I'm gonna break it down a little bit. I could see him going to House of Hardcore before he goes to All Elite Wrestling.
Okay, let's go that route for a minute. If that happens, do they bring a hardcore title to the hardcore House of Hardcore?
I honestly wouldn't see the point. But
Because they do have rules, unlike ECW, they actually have a rule book.
okay, then yes.
Okay, let's go back to AEW. Do they bring a hardcore division?
I hope. I don't think All Elite Wrestling does need a hardcore division.
I don't want the whole blood and guts rotation, but we need some more extreme wrestling. Not the whole, I'm going to hit you with a light bulb, as in Combat Zone Wrestling. There's your plug, that's the other one you're getting.
Combat Zone Wrestling just flat out sucks.
I ain't going to go that far. I just think they take the extreme too violent. You don't use a weed eater on somebody.
They use a loaded weed eater and turn it on.
That is, I won't even watch it if that tells you anything. And I watch just about anything. Have you been watching Impact?
No.
I'm going to give you a couple names. Hopefully you know them where you can give an honest answer.
Okay.
If you don't know them at all, just say move on.
Okay.
Pentagon Jr.
Pentagon Jr., former Lucha Underground star.
And former Impact champion.
And former Impact champion. I'm going to have to say yes.
Yes, his brother Phoenix. Underground.
Oh, they're actually brothers?
Huh?
Phoenix? Yes.
They were part of MLW too, so if you ever get caught up, you will see. I ain't even gonna mention Conan because I don't see him going anywhere.
He has his own company.
Yeah, if it ever gets off the ground. Trying to think who else. Oh, Tessa Blanchard.
Tessa Blanchard.
There's been a big rumor going on.
She is the daughter of Hall of Famer Tully Blanchard.
And if this may be an indication, but she just dropped the Knockouts title last night.
Well, not recently, but when the Hardy Boys returned to WWE, they also dropped their tag titles.
ROH titles the night before.
To the Young Bucks.
The night before they left. So does Miss Blanchard actually go to AEW to be the centerpiece? Because she's the Charlotte Flair of the Indies. That much,
yes,
you cannot argue. So does she start? So was yes your answer, or was yes your saying that she's the Charlotte Flair of the Indies?
Both.
My answer is simple. It's yes, just because of her dad and Cody's dad. The answer is yes. Next, this will become a package deal. You get the husband and wife. Johnny Nitro or Johnny Mundo, Johnny Impact. You get the John Morrison. You get the picture. Does John and his wife move to AEW?
First off, I did not know that his wife was signed with Impact.
She is now Knockouts champion. She just beat Brenzel last night.
Right now.
And Impact is the world champion for Impact. So we have a wife-husband duo as champions right now.
It all depends on when they drop the titles.
A lot of people don't expect the main show to kick off till September.
So I'm gonna say it's possible, simply because I could see them going later.
Okay, we're done with Impact. I think we hit the main focus I wanted to touch on. That I see only 4 possibilities there. Now we're moving on to something bigger.
Okay.
Before we get ready, we got about 10 minutes before I want to end this, because I want to make sure we're all in the right town. You said Carterville, but I want to make sure.
Yes.
In WWE, I'm going to read off some names.
Okay.
You're going to say whether or not they leave WWE and go to AEW, or they stay in WWE, or if they leave WWE and go someplace else.
Wait, are we talking NXT or main roster?
We're going to talk main roster because I don't think any of these guys...
Okay.
I'm going to start with the tag team of Gallows Anderson. Do they stay in WWE first and foremost?
They have been getting some TV time as of late.
But is that just WWE's way of trying to hold them once March gets there? Something funny, before you answer that, I'm going to tell you, they did not start getting really TV time till the rumors of this AEW started. Now, where was you headed?
I really, really, really badly just want to say
That they stay?
that they stay, but, you know,
You
I'm
can't.
thinking that if
Your conscience ain't going to let you do it.
I'm thinking that if AJ goes, Gallows and Anderson will follow.
I didn't like that answer because AJ is on that list. But I say they go, and they go to AEW, and they could be a tag team that combat the Young Bucks for a while until they can get some more teams in that has some credibility.
Unless Vince does something with Gallows and Anderson.
He would just about have to put the titles on them and guarantee them at least a 6-month reign to even get them to, or he would have to give them a contract that says they can opt out at any time. That would make WWE do something with them. Okay. Might well hit it since you've already nailed it. AJ Styles, whose contract is up in less than 2 weeks.
I'll let you go first.
Schedule. It's gonna boil down to schedule. He wants a lighter schedule. WWE doesn't want to give it to him. He's ready to start winding down.
He probably already is winding down.
Well, as of right now, he hasn't been winding down nothing. He hasn't had a day off in 2 years, besides the normal Christmas day.
You can still call that a day off.
Yeah, but everybody gets that day.
True.
He goes to AEW with a lighter schedule, and Gallows and Anderson will go with him, and we will basically have the club versus the elite.
I'm gonna say we do agree that it's gonna have to boil down to schedule.
Mm-hmm.
AJ is in his 40s now. He's not a spring chicken, even though he can still perform at a high level.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to say the opposite of you, and here's the reason why. Correct me if I'm wrong, but AJ Styles debuted at the Royal Rumble in 2016.
Correct.
And Vince has pushed him and pushed him hard.
Correct again.
I think that AJ will stay simply because he's been pushed so well with the company, which I was shocked.
I think if he gets the schedule he wants, he goes. He stays where he's at. If he doesn't get the schedule, then it's going to be anybody's guess. But Gallows and Anderson, I think we both can agree are going out that door, unless they put them back together as a faction.
I wouldn't be opposed to Gallows and Anderson hopping over.
I want to see them go. I do. I want to see them back as the tag team from Japan.
I honestly want to see the Good Brothers wear tag team gold in the WWE. I think they'd be awesome champions.
I do too, but how long do they have to wait?
Put them back. Okay, Gallows, Anderson. I know we're going off subject here, but let's say that after the draft, during the draft, Gallows and Anderson go over
No.
to Raw.
No. If they ain't gonna use them on SmackDown, they for dang sure ain't gonna use them on
Okay.
Raw.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but someone from creative had the ingenious idea of putting Gallows and Anderson and Finn together.
Yeah, but it didn't last. And then they did the same thing with AJ on SmackDown. And how long did they team together before they went on separate ways again?
About 6 months at least, I think.
No, it didn't even last 2. Maybe 2 if we were lucky. No, they go. They go to AEW and they probably be in the title picture. And they may even get the both belts. They go. Now, since you touched on them, I think we both will agree with this one. But Finn.
Finn, if the rumor is true that Finn is about to be pushed, then 100% he's not going to AEW.
Mm-hmm.
However, if that push does not come about, I could see Finn walking out.
I agree. I'm going to say a name that you probably haven't heard in a while, if ever. And it's only rumored. I would like to see this happen. I just don't know.
Okay.
Joey Styles.
Oh my God!
Okay, he knows him.
How long has Joey been out of the wrestling scene?
Yeah, but he was also out for quite a while when he made his comeback, too.
I'm
He
gonna
was out like 3-4 years before he...
I'm gonna have to go with it's possible because I think Joey is a phenomenal commentator, but I think his commentary is more suited for HOH than All Elite.
I agree. Okay, now that we went that route, how about them stealing Tony Schiavone from MLW?
Tony Schiavone,
He made a comeback after nearly...
former WCW commentator.
He made a comeback after nearly 20 years.
Former WWF commentator. Yes, he did commentate in the WWF.
I know.
And former TNA commentator.
Nope. You got that one.
Oh wait, no, he was in TNA.
He made one show appearance.
Well,
he basically turned heel and never seen him again.
I would honestly like to see Tony Schiavone be in All Elite. It just depends if he's willing to stick with MLW.
I think it ain't even gonna be about the money. He's loyal to MLW because of his podcast. And if MLW was show talent, then he probably could go. But what we gotta ask ourselves is this: well, what glow will Jim Ross have? Well, it's just about a shoo-in idea that he's gonna go. But what's his glow?
I think
that's what it's gonna boil down to.
You know, I'm gonna have to go with the role that he was in WWE because he was so good at it. Talent relations.
That would be a good job. But does he also get on the mic from time to time?
I would not be opposed to that.
I don't know if he does it weekly, but maybe if they have like a special impact, for instance, where they basically have the name of it, the old pay-per-view, but it's live on the Impact. Yeah. Maybe something like that. Or even just do the pay-per-view shows. They wouldn't need him on a weekly basis. And that way, if he does have one of his flare-ups, it ain't going to be that big of a deal. He can still do his job in the back, having one of them flare-ups.
Or, even if, let's say he's not even let's say he can't make it to one show, he can still do, if they put him in talent relations, he can still do his talent relations job from home.
Yeah. Is there any names, before we end this, any names that you can see going to AEW that we have not hit on?
Going to...
And you can go anywhere from ROH to New Japan. Any guy you know that could make a perfect fit for a new company.
What about Ricochet? I know he's under NXT, but...
Well, he's being pushed right now. Especially with that.
There is a rumor, I don't know if it's confirmed or whatever, but, then if it wasn't confirmed, I did see something earlier today that Adam Cole may be leaving.
That would be bad, though. If he leaves, his Undisputed Era guy will probably go with him. I mean, that's 4 guys.
And I don't think Triple H wants to. I don't think Triple H wants to lose him
I
because
think that's a good one because you got Strong, you got Adam Cole, you got Fish, and his partner. Mm.
I could. What about Bobby Lashley?
Well, honestly, they haven't done nothing with him. When he came back, did he sign more than a 1-year contract?
I don't know.
I would say that he probably signed a 2. And to be honest, they probably won't get rid of him till his contract's up. But here's something else. It's going to take about a good year to get this up and going.
Yes.
By which point, 12, 13, 14, we'd be literally 2 months away from Rey Mysterio's opt-out.
Okay. Do you think that Cody could go after the NXT UK?
Not no more. He would have been able to 6 months ago, but now they are locked in contracts.
Oh, so
They now have to sign a normal contract like an NXT superstar does. They lock down. Unless
that is smart.
it is on WWE. Yeah, you know it. And yeah, if you could put one name that is a possibility in your mind, give it.
One name?
From any company that you would like to see make the jump.
I'm gonna have to go with NXT's front runner of commentary, Mauro Ronaldo.
I like that move. My one name, if I had to just go with one, that I would like to see in AEW. One name from any company. I made the rules and I can't even think of one. Huh? Brian Cage. He's a smaller version of Batista in Impact. He has the muscle. He's a little green when it comes to in-ring work, but I think that would come with time because he was part of ROH for a year. Wait, no, not Brian Cage. That's good. He was part of Underground, but Cage would be a good pick. But I think I'm gonna go with Moose from ROH and Impact.
Moose?
Again, he's a little green, but he's making progress.
Moose is that ex-football player, right?
Bingo. He basically reminds me of a modern day Goldberg, only he ain't being pushed to the moon and back. With that, I think we will end this kind of fun video that we done. I got Hardcore Christopher beside me. I am wrestling for fans saying, keep it
Hardcore.
till we meet again. Cheers.
Cheers.
There we go. That was cool.